Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is June 1st, and we are going to take a look at Palantir stock. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research, make your own decisions. So, I miss you guys. Monday, yesterday was a holiday in the US, so the stock market was closed. So Palantir closed up today $23.06, up 11 cents, 0.48%. Post-market 23.01, down 5 cents. Let's look at the chart because just hearing a number does not tell us a whole lot. Seeing the number in context with all the other numbers in the past tell us a whole lot. So Palantir is really hesitating. It's incredible. So we had this resistance and support lines that were drawn. On Friday, we had a wick that went and almost perfectly touched this resistance and then came way down. So this was a bearish signal. A long wick at the top of the body of the candle versus a smaller wick at the bottom means that the stock tried to go up during the day and then was shut down. Now, funny enough, today is the opposite. So today we have a long wick at the bottom, and look at this. I love to see this. The wick almost perfectly touched the support. So basically this should be green. It almost perfectly touched the support and then closed almost right on the resistance. So when I tell you that the stock is a bit hesitating, this is what I mean. Friday, it was a push down. Today, it's kind of a push up. Okay, so then we are staying even. Let's look at the hourly chart. So 9:30 today was here. So we opened here above let's say above 23. We opened above 23, went a little bit higher, then boom, we went way down, even lower than this diagonal support, which would have been at 22.55. So we went lower than 22.55 and we almost touched this resistance here. And then we climbed our way back up. Boom, 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 boom. So we broke the resistance again. This time at still around 23 at 23.09. So we broke it with 3 green candles. So like, okay, we are taking charge. The buyers are taking charge. Boom, 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 pushing the price up. And then no buyers left. The stock slowly went down. So some people are selling and it went down. And we are still outside the resistance here. Briefly looking at the indicators, stochastic is quite low, DMI is bullish on the hourly chart, and MACD is a little bit low. So basically, going back to the daily chart, the stock is going sideways. If you were in before, if you got in around 19, then you can start thinking, well, I should not maybe say that, I should say, if I had been here, well, I have been in around this point here, you could take some profit here because we don't know what is going to happen now because the resistance is still in play because we are still caught in the resistance. Even though technically we closed a little bit, maybe, well, depending on how we see it. If we look at it on the hourly chart, we are outside of it. If we are on the daily chart, we are almost under it. So we are technically being affected by the resistance. It's not like a clean breakout. A breakout is when we have a resistance and the stock is really crossing it and closing outside of it. And I crossed it. Now we are just, we almost crossed it and everything. So this is an interesting point where you could take some profit, or you can just say, well, oh no, it's not going down, so I'm gonna stay in it. Friday was more an indication that maybe it's going to turn around, but today is a nicer day because we touched support and we held our own. So I'm pretty positive about we are in a better position today with Palantir than we were on Friday. We are in a better position. Let's look at the stochastic. Stochastic is pretty high, 78. So stochastic is pretty high. So this is giving me some confidence. MACD has crossed over around here, so that could have been an interesting entry point. Also, the fact that we broke 1942 here, so that would have been an interesting point because we had this resistance here. So what I mean to say is that MACD is starting to turn positive. So the blue line is positive and the orange line is getting there. So this is nice to see this, and DMI has turned positive, but as I mentioned last week, the indicators are less important than what is happening with the support and resistance. So we still need to wait until we break support for good and nicely broken, so that we can have a higher probability of going all in. So as I said in my Tesla video, the DMI is telling us if we need to swing for the bleachers or if we need to do a smaller swing, a single, double, triple maybe. So what will tell us that? Because our indicators are basically all green. Well, they are all green, but we have just yet to cross this resistance to really be sure. But in the stock market, we can never be sure at 100%. So you can enter at any point based on your risk tolerance and based on your personality and based on everything. And watch my Tesla video because I am giving a bit more information about when to buy, when to buy, because we can buy at two different points, and what are the drawbacks and advantages of each of these 2 points. So yeah, you can take a look at that. It's free. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I produce a Tesla and Palantir video every single day. Thank you for liking and commenting. I read all of your comments. Tell me the good and the bad. It's fair. We have a Discord server. I always say Discord server, where you can discuss amongst yourselves better than with YouTube. And we have a Patreon account if you want to give me some incentive to continue doing what I am doing with you every single day. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.